Welcome back, smartphone fans, and Xiaomi have yet another budget phone that came out. And if you want to know everything there is to know about the Redmi S2, is it any good? Why should you buy it? Keep watching, and as always, you'll find out. Welcome to my Xiaomi Redmi S2 full hands-on review, plastic and camera-tastic. That's right, Xiaomi have entered yet another Redmi budget phone to the Redmi series, and this one tries a lot to look premium. However, it does use not so premium materials. The phone is made entirely out of plastic first of all, and has a micro USB port. This is a $150 targeted phone, and as such I really can't blame Xiaomi for going for plastic. The device does, however, feature a 18:9 6-inch display and does have facial recognition. Other really nice features of the phone is that dual SIM plus micro SD card hybrid. So that's right, it's a tri-slot that's in that SIM slot, and on the top you have your headphone jack and, as usual, your IR blaster, which all Xiaomi phones have. The phone, made of plastic, weighs just 160 grams, which is super light, making it a very nice device to carry around with you that doesn't feel like it's breaking your pocket, and definitely recommended for ladies, even girls. So Redmi S2 18:9, really good screen to body ratio here. We're talking about on a $150 phone. Sure, the resolution is not like full HD plus like the Samsung S8. It's an HD plus resolution, but it still rocks really good. Redmi S2 global version, which I am having, is like 3GB of RAM and 30GB of onboard storage, and runs on Android 8.1 Oreo straight out of the box with MIUI 9. And Xiaomi yesterday confirmed that MIUI 10 is also coming for Redmi S2, and as such it does have those full screen gestures or buttons layout if you want to use for navigation. I really do think Xiaomi should reconsider their gestures, because they don't really work well with some of the apps like YouTube, and well, in some games it's really annoying trying to get out of the game and get back in again. The face recognition on this phone is pretty good, definitely better than unknown Chinese brands, especially even at around over $200. It's very reliable, and you also have a rear fingerprint scanner which is blazing fast on the back as a backup. Now here are all the detailed specs you see, and the phone is powered by the very useful and very familiar Snapdragon 625, which is still a solid, if not great, phone to put in a $150 device. Full 8 cores in there, good Adreno GPU, low power consumption, the 3000 mAh battery shouldn't worry you, and the terminals will be excellent. This very good thing here when I talk about terminals is that the Redmi S2 is really a very cool phone, doesn't get hot in the gaming, long hours of usage and stuff like that. When it comes to benchmarks, it does perform like any Snapdragon 625 in around HD resolution. The battery life, however, was really good on this device. You can definitely get around 2 days of heavy usage out of a single charge with the 3000 mAh battery, thanks to the low resolution and the very power efficient Snapdragon 625, and you're not sacrificing any performance, and the storage speed was above expectations, considering again this is a $150 device we're talking about here. And as usual with Qualcomm chips, GPS was excellent, locking a signal within 5-6 seconds from inside my house, something that a lot of chips really can't brag about. General performance of the phone, as you have seen with the PC Mark 2.0, the score is really good and on par with the Snapdragon 625 devices I've tested in my previous videos, like the Redmi 5 Plus and such. And as a daily driver, the device performs really well. There's a few hiccups here and there, which I don't think are due to the hardware, but to the newly implemented Android 8.1 Oreo, because I saw that it didn't play really well. I had a few slowdowns with the Snapdragon 636 as well on the Redmi Note 5, so I'm pretty sure this is mainly a software issue Xiaomi are facing right now and will be fixed with a few updates. But general apps open very quickly, the system is very responsive, and even with 3GB of RAM I was still able to do really decent multitasking. What about gaming? Well, this phone definitely is not considered as being advertised as a gaming device, but it's a rock solid gaming phone. It can still play some of the heaviest games on average settings thanks to the low resolution with really good frame rates. I'm talking like really good frame rates. As you can see, the graphics fidelity is pretty decent, the game runs great, and this is a heavy first person shooter we're talking about here, World War Heroes. If you haven't played that, you might download it from the Play Store and like it. It's one of my favorite Android games, and it's completely free. It's kind of like Battlefield. You can drive tanks, ride planes and such, and the Redmi S2 handles it beautifully in average settings, something that a lot of even $200 devices really can't brag about. And the sound quality of the phone was like pretty decent for a sub $200 phone. Now onto a quick display review. This is definitely not the sharpest display because it's a 16-inch one and it's HD plus resolution, and it's not like very high pixel per inch. It does get really bright, so you don't have a lot of trouble shooting in direct sunlight. However, this is a cheaper panel that Xiaomi have used here. Definitely reminds me of the Redmi 5A, as well as build quality and the display. Display is still okay, but you don't get like a white color gamut in here, and you don't get a lot of contrast and very good color saturation. Still, it's perfectly fine for a budget device. It's just not punching above its price weight, if you ask me. Moving on from that, now to the cameras. And here is where the Redmi S2 really excels over the competition. There's a 12 megapixel Sony IMX476 on the back with a second small sensor for depth of field, and on the front there is a 16 megapixel f2.0 front camera. So this is a well done effort in terms of hardware at $150 phone, and I think nothing really offers that. And as you can see, what I'm about to show you is that the picture quality from this phone's rear and front facing camera is really way above expectations here. I've tried this phone in a lot of scenarios. The lenses are probably cheaper than expected, but still I got like really good color reproduction, very sharp photos, and very fast shutter speed as well. So for me, the Redmi S2 as a rear camera and really front camera phone is absolutely the best you can get at this price, new with an 18:9 screen, because even the low light shots of the device even with f2.2 aperture proved really good. I'm talking about like Mate 10 Lite level and above on a $150 phone, and that is something that really will please fans of Xiaomi. The video quality was also really good, and it does have electronic image stabilization, but the sound recording quality leaves a bit to be desired in my opinion. Still really good video and really stable as well. There is even a slow motion, which is not bad. There's a bit of focus country, and it's still 720p, which is great. The front camera is as good as the rear camera. It does feature autofocus, you can adjust exposure on the fly, and it does come with a depth of field mode. The front camera is perhaps bar none best in class, and perhaps the rear camera as well. What I'm trying to say here is, again, the Redmi S2 is a phenomenal camera phone on such a low price, and I've heard a lot of you really complaining over time. I want the cheapest phone with the best front and rear cameras available. Well, there you have it. It's the Redmi S2. Really, $250 plus worth of front and rear camera on a $150 device. I think a lot of smartphone photography fans on really low budget will find the Redmi S2 an absolutely bar none bargain deal right now. So my final verdict on Redmi S2, it's a really good phone, but if you want something that feels premium and has a better display, I suggest you look elsewhere and maybe up your budget a little bit. But as such, it's a fast phone that does gaming well, has great battery life, and has really good cameras. You can buy the phone from the link in the description below. Please give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel for more great and honest reviews like this one.